Greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Imagination Station. It's your favorite author, Lisa Walker McCrae, with another story time from the pages of my novel, A Peculiar Kind of Love. Remember, you guys, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. First and foremost, big praise to the Most High Yah, and a special shout out as always to those who are still lending me your ears. Much love from this way. Now that we've established that, why don't y'all say we turn some pages? Alrighty then. Clarence, set the stage. Okay, loves, quick recap to bring you guys up to speed. In the last story time, our village was put through a test of their trust in the Most High when Drew had a near-death accident. Now, although the village had great trust in the Most High, Drew's circumstances challenged that trust, but the village never wavered. Sarge did a little bit, but Marcus got him back on track. Fortunately, our girl made it through and only suffered a broken leg along with a bit of fatigue. Drew was more than grateful to Yah. We left her giving praise, expressing her gratitude. So, let's get into this story time and see the progress our girl has made. Of course, we're back at Serenity Meadows, and things seem to be in order despite Drew's absence the last few weeks. We find Miss Sue busy preparing lunch when Rain walked into the kitchen, letting out a sigh of frustration. Miss Sue looked over her glasses at the young lady. By her side, she could tell Rain's poor soul was calling out for help and guidance. "What's the reason, Rain?" Miss Sue asked. Rain explained the B&B didn't feel the same with Drew being down, and she hated it. Still eyeing Rain over her glasses, Miss Sue was no fool and knew Rain was using Drew's misfortune as a cover story. She knew exactly why Rain was in a funk. Miss Sue spoke. "You know, Rain, it would be easier if you just talked to Tevin." Rain handed Miss Sue a knowing glare. "Huh? What are you talking about? My mood has nothing to do with Tevin. I miss Drew." Rain tried denying the charges, but Miss Sue wouldn't allow her to back out on her feelings. "Don't harm me, girl. I know exactly what's wrong with you." "It's that Tevin fella, isn't it?" Miss Sue asked and stated. She then went on to tell Rain Tevin had her whole mood in his hand. He's a lot difficult to win over than what you thought, huh?" Miss Sue laughed out. Rain shook her head in disbelief. She didn't know how Miss Sue knew it was Tevin, but she was dead on. Her whole mood the last few weeks indeed was because of Tevin. It was the way he handled her when she tried to salvage the little friendship she thought they had. "I just wanted to be there for him, Miss Sue, but he acted like I said something and did something wrong." Rain went on and on about Tevin. Miss Sue listened. After about 10 minutes of letting Rain vent, Miss Sue spoke. "I don't know why young people make the courtship so hard." Miss Sue was now shaking her head. She continued. "Back in my day, conversation ruled the nation. Now you young people text 3 words and act like you said something." Rain let out a sigh, explaining she did try to have a conversation with Tevin, but he shut her out. Miss Sue asked Rain, "Did you talk to him or did you talk at him?" Rain's face held a bit of guilt and shame, recalling she did get kind of rough with Tevin. And she did, slapping rulers and all. Miss Sue looked over her glasses at Rain. Just like I figured." Miss Sue went on to enlighten Rain when having a heart-to-heart with a man, she needed to be calm, sweet, and receiving. Miss Sue then held Rain's stare. She continued, "Almost like you're talking to a baby. Then when you get him to the point where he's expressing himself, listen without interruption or judgment." Miss Sue went on to advise Rain it was going to take time, but to be patient and ask Yah what she could do to help the situation. Prayer and patience, sweetheart. Learn this now for the future because life will require a lot of it. Master this and peace comes with it. Processing Miss Sue's words, a smile graced Rain's face. She thanked her. Miss Sue returned the smile, handing Rain a snack tray filled with all sorts of treats. "You're welcome, dear. Now put this tray on the breakfast table for me." Rain's eyes widened, her mouth watered, looking down at the tray. "Now this is what I call a snack tray. Ooh, the guests gonna love this." She quickly swiped an olive, throwing it into her mouth. Miss Sue enlightened the tray was for Drew, not the guests. "Yes, ma'am, so hands off." Drew asked for that tray, a small cake, a pint of ice cream, and solitude. Rain laughed out. Dang, when Miss Drew said she wanted to spend her birthday alone this year, she didn't lie. Miss Sue chuckled, watching Rain prance off with the tray in hand, wearing the biggest smile. It did her heart well, knowing Rain felt better and saw things clear. Yep, it takes a village. Anywho, a couple of hours passed and Rain had been transferring files from Drew's prehistoric PC to her new laptop, and she was exhausted, in need of a mental break. She didn't know so many files could be stored. Drew had a file on everything from Q-tips to stovetops. Shaking her head, Rain pulled back from the desk, standing with a stretch. "Oh, I'm tired, boss," she said to self. Grabbing her phone from the desk, she headed to the check-in counter. Once there, Rain checked the guest request box. There were no requests. Boredom set in. Rain felt the need to enjoy a private photo session with self. After snapping 3 pictures, she suddenly felt a presence staring at her, and just like she figured, it was Tevin, standing there, smiling. He spoke. "I don't think your phone can hold all that beauty." Readying herself for battle, Rain set her phone on the counter. Tevin was on her turf now, and she wasn't having none of that ruler slapping stuff on her counter. Instantly, Rain humbled, as a conversation her and Miss Sue had earlier replayed itself in her head. She eyed Tevin, who was still standing in the middle of the room, ready to receive. For Rain, it was a perfect time and chance to put Miss Sue's theory through the test. In her softest voice, Rain thanked Tevin for the compliment. She then handed him a sweet smile. A smile so sweet, it weakened him like kryptonite weakens Superman. Taking Rain's smile as an invitation to move closer, Tevin did just that. At the same time, he apologized for taking his frustrations out on her and being an ass. "Forgive me, and I'll show you loyalty in return," Tevin asked and offered. Eyeing Tevin with acceptance and impressiveness, the sincerity in his apology had Rain's heart doing flips. She couldn't believe Miss Sue was right. The kindness alone had Tevin acting like a new person. Grabbing her phone, Rain asked Tevin to pose for a picture. Tevin laughed out. "Oh, so we gotta capture the moment or something?" Rain replied with, "Yes, of course, because it's our new beginning, our new journey." Tevin posed for the picture. Afterwards, he kissed Rain on the cheek. The deed was done before he could stop himself. "What was that for?" she asked with a blush. Tevin told her for just being her. Rain handed Tevin and the camera a smile, proceeding to snap more pictures. A moment passed, and Marcus was now standing behind the pair, watching as they posed for the camera. He chuckled. It had been almost 5 minutes, and they still hadn't noticed him standing there. Marcus cleared his throat. Rain immediately put her phone away when hearing the thunderous hint given by Marcus. "I'm sorry, Mr. Styles. Mr. Marcus. Marcus paused Rain's words. He could see she was nervous about getting caught taking pictures on company time. So nervous, she was still calling him Mr. Styles. "It's okay, Rain. Marcus will be fine." Marcus looked over at Tevin and greeted. "What's up, man? You good?" Tevin nodded his head, assuring he was good. Marcus eyed the young man. He looked very familiar. "Do I know you?" he asked. "No, I can't say that I've seen you before, mister." Tevin handed Marcus a smile. Squinting his eyes, Marcus peered at the young man. He couldn't shake the feeling that him and Tevin had crossed paths before. Marcus spoke. You gotta excuse me, youngin', but your face sure look familiar. At this point, Tevin was literally shaking in his boots, remembering Marcus from the night he robbed him at the barber shop. Oh, Tevin, you have some explaining to do. It's good to meet you, dude. I'm Marcus. Yeah, Jay told me about you. He said you know your way around those piano keys. Swallowing his shame and fear, Tevin nodded his head in agreement. He wanted to come clean to Marcus about what he'd done because he knew how Drew felt about honesty, and he knew how Drew felt about Marcus. And on top of that, they'd made an agreement to be honest with each other. And right now, Tevin wasn't keeping up his end of the bargain. Nice to meet you, he greeted. I'm Tevin. The men dabbed it up. Marcus then looked over at Rain. Is she in? He asked. Rain was hesitant to say or to send Marcus back, not sure if Drew wanted to see him or not. Let me see. Rain then ran off to Drew's office to confirm. In his way, Marcus tapped the tune on a box of flowers he held. Tevin could tell he was nervous about the answer he'd received. Marcus was now looking at Tevin, shaking his head. Relax, she'll say yes. Drew's kind like that, Tevin voiced. Marcus gave him a smile. Yeah, sometimes too kind, he replied. Taking another look at Tevin, Marcus could tell he cared for Drew. So, how do you know Drew, he asked. Not expecting the question, Tevin went blank. He told Marcus it was a long story, and all he could say was Drew was an earth angel. Marcus was impressed with Tevin's answer. Not satisfied, but impressed. Can't add nothing to that, Marcus chuckled. Tevin smiled, delighted he gained some leverage with Marcus. Just in case later on he found out he was the one that robbed him, things may go smooth. The moment passed, and the men talked amongst themselves, waiting for Rain's return. When she did finally return, both Tevin and Marcus stood at attention. Rain eyed them both. She could see their anxiousness. Goodness, relax. Both of you look as though y'all are about to receive results from a paternity test. The men looked at each other and laughed, gathering and relaxing themselves. Neither could deny the allegation. The 10-minute wait felt like eternity. What'd she say? Tevin asked. He was just as curious to know. He'd been at the B&B for a little over a month, and from all the stories he heard about Marcus and his encounter with Zay, Marcus was his pick for Drew. Rain looked at Marcus, giving him a smile. Just as much as Tevin was Team Marcus, so was she. Rain had only known Drew to love one man, and that was Marcus, and she wanted to keep it that way. Miss Drew said she'll see you now. Relieved the answer was a yes. Happiness bounced in all of their hearts. Rain enlightened Marcus. Drew was in the sunroom. Giving Rain a gentle smile and Tevin some doubt, Marcus thanked them both, then proceeded to the sunroom. Tevin and Rain watched as Marcus set out to reclaim his love for Drew. Both were pleased. Oh, sookie now. Is our boy coming to reclaim his love for Drew? Or is this something Rain and Tevin got us all hyped up about? I guess we'll have to find out in our next story time. I hope you guys will join me. Until then, register this. Always choose joy. Y'all bless this reading and yourselves. Smooches.